Hey, I'm Jesse Hunt with Unofficial. We're a web design and digital marketing agency located in downtown Memphis. Since 2002, I've been helping Mid-South businesses just like yours improve their websites and find more customers on the internet. Today, I'm going to perform a video website audit on your website that'll show you some areas for improvement that might be hurting your business. The entire audit will take 15 to 20 minutes and should leave you substantially more informed about what's working and what's not working so well on your website. I hope you'll find the audit informative and that you'll keep me in mind if you ever need some help working on your existing website or building a new one. Thanks a lot for watching. Let's get started.
Hey Harry, so here we are on the homepage of your website. As you can see, we're at firstimpressionvideo.com. And first let me say I apologize. It took me a little longer to get you this audit video out than I expected it to. I was homesick for the first few days this week and just didn't feel up to working on this at all. So not just yours, but really working on anything. I think I had strep throat, so I was home choking down antibiotics trying to get better. But at any rate, what I want to do here, I want to scroll through your website, take a look at a few of the pages here, give you some comments on what I see on your website, and just provide some overall feedback of what I'm seeing and things I think you might be able to improve on. And then we'll click through, we'll look at some Google results, we'll look at some tools that Google provides us with and get a better understanding of what Google thinks about your website. And then we'll come back to your website, look at a few tools that I've got installed here on my browser to get a better understanding of the technical aspects of your website. So I think you've got some good things going. There's definitely some opportunity here to make your website a really great marketing tool, and with just a few changes, I think you might be able to really harness the internet to get more business from your website. So when I land on your website, I guess the first thing I notice is just that it feels a little old. You don't have a copyright date or anything on here, so I can't tell how old this website is. But it feels like it's not real new. I think maybe that's in a business that's as graphical as the video industry is. Maybe that's a miss. I think I'd like to see a website that's got some video running in the background or something like that. Let's see if I can show you an example of what I'm talking about. There's a company that does video in Nashville called Make It Pop, I think is the name of it. So definitely not suggesting that you rip their website off, but the last time I went to it, they had some really cool video stuff running in the background that all right, well, this is not exactly how it looked the last time I saw it. Last time I saw it, they had video and stuff running here, like this. So video running in the background of the website just kind of demonstrates their work while you're navigating the website. This actually feels a little too busy for me these days. I liked it better before, but some of this I really like and some of it I don't. Anyway, it just feels newer and more modern and more... I don't know, more representative of the work that they do. So possible critique there is just to incorporate more video into the website, especially toward the front of the website, the home page. Make a first impression. Video is what you do. Let's give folks video. Beyond that, I think your homepage needs more content. I think you need more text. Google doesn't understand pictures. Google understands text, and when you give them lots of it, they reward you with lots of traffic. So I'd recommend adding more text to the home page, providing more kind of bio information, what makes you different, talk about your competitive advantage, incorporate some pictures to break it up where it doesn't overwhelm people, but just make it more, more information on the home page. So I click on services. So the services button is interesting to me because it actually brings me to the home page. Generally speaking, you'd have a home page and then a services page is how I generally recommend breaking that up. I suppose it works the way that it is now, but usually those are two separate pages. If we go to About Us, you definitely need more text here, more information about who you are as a company. I think your visitors want to see that, and Google definitely wants to see that. Video demos, I came to this page earlier and looked around. I saw you got some samples here. I think it's good that you got samples. I'm curious when the last time these were updated. Are these recent samples, or are these getting older now? If they're older, I'd probably recommend updating them. If they're current and good, then keep them. There might be a more attractive way to format this page than just lining up YouTube embeds down the page like this, but I guess it gets the job done. Locations page. So a couple things. One, there appears to used to have been a Google map right here, but now it's broken and it just shows a bunch of code, which is obviously bad for your user experience. Visitors don't want to see a bunch of code on the page. They don't understand it, and it just looks bad. So definitely need to fix that. Beyond that, I noticed it says Southaven, Mississippi, but it doesn't include an address. I think I would recommend including an address on this page. Google really likes to see contact information on websites, and particularly they want to see that contact information being consistent from your website through the Google database. They want to see that they've got the same exact information in the Google local database, and then also that other websites around the internet use the same exact contact information. And the more consistent that is across the internet, the better your search engine rankings will be, particularly in Google's local results. So I would encourage you to put your full address on here, and then make sure that this information is perfectly consistent with Google's information, and we'll look at that in just a minute. In addition to that, I noticed the other pages, like your home page, doesn't have your contact information at all. There's no phone number. I would encourage you to put a phone number in the header or somewhere where it's easy for people to find. There's no address on this page. There's no contact form for people to be able to get in touch with you real easy. So I would modify this page and make it much easier for people to get in touch with you. And I'd put your business name, address, and phone number on every page of your website. Contact us. So I think you could probably combine the location and contact us page into one page, put all that contact information on one single page, and that would just make your navigation a little more concise. But let's click over now. Let's go back to your locations page, and then let's go to the search. So what I've done here is I did a Google search for first impressions video Southaven, and what I was trying to do is get Google to show me this listing right here that shows up on the right. This is your local listing. I see a few problems with this particular listing. So getting this listing correct and then matching it up with the information on your website and getting everything really consistent is a key to showing up in, like if we do this search, showing up in the map results, like right here where Google shows listings under this map on certain searches. You got to get this right in order to show up here. So let's go back here and talk about this. So the first thing I see, this refers to as first impressions video. So if we come back over here, if we go to your location page, remember I was talking about getting everything consistent? If we look at your business name here, it's first impression video, but Google has it as first impressions video. Now, is that a big difference? No, it's not a big difference. And you and I know that it's pretty much the same thing, but to Google, it's a big difference. So you definitely want to get that consistent. Google has there's an acronym for this whole name, address, phone number thing that we're talking about. It's called NAP, N-A-P, name, address, phone. You want to make sure that NAP is perfectly consistent from one website to the next. So you need to figure out whether it's first impression video or first impressions video, and then either correct it on your website or on your Google listing. Now, this says own this business with a question mark. That implies that nobody's ever actually claimed this business listing. I would encourage you to claim this listing. If you need help doing that, I can certainly help you do that. I'm really good with the local search results stuff, so I can help you claim that and get it optimized if you'd like help with that. So business name is the first thing. Then, as we mentioned earlier, there's no address here, but Google does have an address here. So you want to make sure this is the correct address, and if so, add it to your website. And then the phone number here is 662-393-6198. And here we've got a totally different phone number. So basically, we're sabotaging your local listing with your website here. Your website and your Google listing are sabotaging one another because you're not consistent. So definitely need to make some improvements to that, and I'd be glad to help you with that. The next thing I see, your category here is photographer, but based on what I see on your website, you're not actually a photographer, you're a video videographer, and Google has a category for that. So claim this listing, add a website address, add the business hours, add your correct categories, fix the address information, add some pictures. There's a lot of other stuff that we can do to really boost the power of this local listing and make it more likely to show up in the search results. So chat with me about that. I'd like to talk with you about how we can fix that and make it better. All right, moving on. Next thing I did here, this is a tool provided by Google for website developers. It's called the Mobile Friendly Test. I won't get too bogged down in this, but suffice it to say, Google really likes websites to be mobile friendly. They want to know that when they send you a visitor that's using a mobile device, that you're going to give that visitor a really good user experience. So much so that they actually said back in May of 2015 that they were going to start showing preference to websites that are mobile friendly. So by not being mobile friendly, once again, we're kind of sabotaging your search engine results here. You definitely want to make your website mobile friendly. Google says your text is too small to read on a mobile website, on a mobile device, and your mobile viewport's not set, which means your website doesn't properly define the size that it needs to display at when somebody's looking at it on a mobile device. Now you might look at this and say, well, if I'm looking at this on my iPhone, I can pinch and zoom in and I can read it just fine. That doesn't make it mobile friendly, and Google's not happy with that solution. So you need to fix the website in order to make it mobile friendly. If you want help with that, talk to me about it. I'd be glad to help you out with that. Next up here, I tried to put myself in the shoes of somebody that might be a potential customer of yours. And I said, if I'm looking for the services that Harry has to provide, what am I going to type into Google to try to find those services or find a provider for those services? So the first thing I thought of was Memphis video production. So that's what I searched here. As you can see, you're not showing up at all in the local results. I talked a lot already about why that probably is, so I won't keep beating on that. But suffice it to say, I think your odds of showing up here could be drastically improved by making some changes to the way that your Google listing is set up, and as well as the way your website's set up. Beyond that, down here in what we call the organic results or the local results, we see a lot of competitors here. Churchill Studios, Via Productions, Running Pony, Second Light Productions, Sunlight Productions, Master Video Memphis, Rent a Cameraman. Long story short, your competitors are getting the business here. When people search for Memphis video production, they're not finding you, they're finding your competitors, and you're probably losing a substantial amount of business because of that. So if that's something that bothers you as much as it would bother me, then let's talk about how to rebuild your website so that it's more optimized for these search engine results, and so that you're benefiting from this traffic instead of your competitors benefiting from this traffic, because there's a big opportunity to pull traffic here, and right now you're not leveraging that. You're not taking advantage of the search engine traffic. Next here, I decided to be a little more specific and narrow it down some. I figured if we search Southaven, surely you'd show up there since your business is in Southaven. So I did Southaven video production. Once again, though, you're not showing up here in the local results at all. And then as we scroll down through the organic results, we've got several Yellow Pages listings. We've got some job boards, a Better Business Bureau, MapQuest. You're not showing up at all here. The good news is you really don't have many competitors showing up here either, so it's not like there's a ton of competition here. It's just that it seems nobody's really optimizing for this Southaven video production keyword, which means for now it's a missed opportunity, but really it's a huge opportunity for the fact that I think if we did a little bit of optimization for your website, this is a pretty easy keyword to make you show up for, I think, and I really feel like we could move you into these search results pretty quickly and show you some results. So yeah, let's talk about it. If I'm talking your language here, if this is something that you're interested in, then give me a call and let's talk about how to fix this. So, all right, back to your website real quick. We'll look at a couple more things and I'll wrap this up. So back on your home page, I'm going to open this little utility here. This is called the Google Tag Assistant. Basically, this scans your website. It looks for Google tags and tells us if you have any installed. As you can see, result of tag analysis, 0 in total. So you have no Google tags installed on your website. I was really hoping to find a tag called Google Analytics. Google Analytics monitors your website. It tells you how many visitors are coming to the website, where those visitors are coming from, so what other websites are referring you traffic. What are the visitors doing once they get on your website? Do they land on the home page and immediately leave? Or do they click through, read a few of your pages, maybe watch some videos, go to your contact page, and fill out a form in order to get in touch with you? In other words, Google Analytics gives you a really good metric to be able to tell how much business you're getting from your website, whether it's generating a good return on investment. Overall, just is your website doing a good job as a marketing tool for your business? So I highly recommend that you install Google Analytics on your website. It's free software. You probably need somebody that knows a little bit about websites to install it for you, but I'd love to help you with that, and it definitely give you some information to help you get good information about what your website's doing well and what it's not doing so well. Last thing I've got here, this is a tool called Seo Quake. This is their page SEO audit, so page search engine optimization audit. It just gives me a quick rundown on what's been done to optimize your website for the search engines. I'm not going to get bogged down in the technical complexities here, but I will tell you the title tag is the most important place for your keywords to appear on your website if you want to show up for them in the search engines. And your title tag says homepage for first impression video. That's really not a very good title tag. Your title tag should be something more like first impression video, Southaven video production, or first impression video, a Memphis video production company, or something along those lines. We can talk more about it and get it optimized for you if you'd like, but I definitely think it needs some work. Headings is another important place to put your keywords if you want to rank in the search engines for them. And right now you've got some heading tags, but none of them have any keywords in them. So I think that's a swing and a miss there. Probably want to improve your heading tags. Text to HTML ratio, they say, is not bad. I agree this ratio is not bad, but you need more text on the website. I've already talked about that a little bit. Frames, it shows that your website has iframes. Long story short, iframes are very often, they're bad for search engine rankings. I didn't notice that you had those. I didn't dig through your code either, though. So we need to figure out why you've got iframes and figure out if that's something we can remove, because they're probably hurting your search engine results. As I scroll down, the one last thing I see here, I mentioned Google Analytics is missing from your website, and then microformats is basically a way to tell Google what information on your website is your name, address, and phone number information, so that they know exactly what information to match up on their local results in their database, and you're missing that. So long story short here, I think there's a lot of areas that we could improve on your website and could really do some things to show you substantial return on investment from your website. We just need to make those changes. So if I'm talking your language and you want to talk about all this with me, pick up the phone and give me a call. Here's my cell phone number. Write this down. This is my direct cell phone number. You won't find this on our website or in most of my emails or anything like that, but you can call me directly on my cell phone, 901-491-6490. So, Harry, I hope you found all this useful and informative. My goal here is to be a resource for you, to earn your trust, and ultimately to earn your business. I want to be your go-to website guy. I want to help you make your website into a profitable marketing tool for your business. If that's something you want to talk about, again, give me a call, 901-491-6490. Let's chat about it and figure out how to improve this website for you. 901-491-6490. I'm going to send this over to you in just a few minutes, and then I'll follow up with you. If I haven't heard from you in a couple days, I'll follow up with you just to make sure that you got the email, see if you had any questions, see if there's anything that I can do to help you. But in the meantime, if you're interested and you want to get the ball rolling on this, give me a call, 901-491-6490. Thanks a lot for your time, Harry. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.